Canadiens fans, are you feeling that familiar dread creeping in? That sinking feeling as our injury list grows longer than a grocery receipt and our offensive consistency vanishes like a puck in a snowbank? Or are you, like me, experiencing a jolt of pure, unadulterated adrenaline, a surge of hope sparked by the most audacious, decade-defining rumor to hit Montreal in years? Because let me tell you, the news that dropped yesterday, November 20th, 2025, from the Hockey Writers, isn't just a rumor. It's a potential earthquake, a blockbuster move that could see the Montreal Canadiens acquire one of the NHL's most electrifying superstars, Artemi Panarin. We've reached a breaking point, haven't we? With Patrick Lane, Kirby Dach, and Alex Newhook all sidelined, we've essentially lost an entire second line. The offensive inconsistency is threatening to derail a season that began with so much promise, so much talk of playoffs. But behind the scenes, a bold, familiar solution is taking shape. This isn't just about plugging holes. It's about injecting pure, unadulterated elite talent into this lineup. A move that could not only save our season, but dramatically accelerate our rebuild. The New York Rangers superstar, currently in the final year of his massive contract, has become the focal point of intense speculation. With the Rangers faltering in the standings and Panarin still without a contract extension, the window for a truly seismic trade has swung wide open. For the Canadiens, Panarin isn't just a rental. He's a game-breaking injection of talent that could redefine our trajectory. What makes this rumor different, more credible, more tantalizing than the usual trade whispers? It's the Gorton connection. Jeff Gorton, now the architect of our Canadiens, was the general manager of the Rangers who brought Panarin to New York in 2019. He knows the player intimately, his value, his personality, what makes him tick, and crucially, what it takes to convince him. This isn't just a shot in the dark. It's a reunion, a strategic play by a GM who knows his target better than anyone. Blaine Potvin's article calls this a new old solution, and it's a brilliant way to frame it. Gorton built the current Rangers team around Panarin. Now in Montreal, he desperately needs a game breaker to complement and elevate Nick Suzuki and Cole Caulfield. With the Rangers slipping into the playoff bubble and Panarin eligible for free agency in July, Gorton has a unique opportunity to leverage his intimate knowledge of the situation and strike before the market opens up to every other team. This is a chess match, and Gorton holds a significant advantage. Tactically, Panarin is a perfect fit for the gaping hole left by Lane and Dach. He's not just a scorer, he's one of the NHL's premier playmakers. His elite vision and uncanny ability to find open teammates would create high-quality scoring chances for players like Uri Slavkovsky or future call-up like Ivan Demidov. Imagine the possibilities. Our power play, which has been frustratingly inconsistent, would instantly become one of the league's most dangerous units, with Panarin operating from the half wall, dictating the pace and creating havoc. His speed, skill, and offensive creativity align perfectly with the fast and offensive philosophy that Martin St. Louis is trying to implement. He's the missing piece, the catalyst that could unlock the full potential of our young forwards. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the massive, glorious, terrifying elephant, the contract. Panarin carries an $11.6 million cap hit. For most teams, this would be an insurmountable obstacle, requiring a complex dance of salary retention or matching contracts. But here's where the Canadiens have a massive competitive advantage. Thanks to our unfortunate injury woes and the strategic placement of players on LTIR, the Canadiens have significant financial flexibility. The article explicitly states that Montreal has the cap space to take on Panarin's full salary. This is huge. Few contending teams can absorb an $11.6 million contract, without sending significant salary back. The Canadiens can effectively turning our cap space into a valuable asset, allowing us to acquire a superstar without dismantling our current roster. It's a calculated risk, but one that could pay off in spades. The rumor takes an even more dramatic turn with the bombshell comments from Alexei Kovalev, a former star for both Montreal and New York. The article cites an interview where Kovalev cast doubt on Panarin's long-term future in the NHL. Kovalev stated, "There are even talks that Panarin wants to leave the NHL completely and return to Russia. I don't know if it's true, but that's what people here are saying. This is a massive curveball, a potential disaster scenario. If the Canadiens trade valuable assets for Panarin, and he decides to bowl for the KHL in the summer, it would be a catastrophic miscalculation." However, Kovalev also offered a glimmer of hope, suggesting that money is not always the main thing for Panarin, and that he values the place, the comfort, the people. This is where Gorton's intimate knowledge and St. Louis's renowned ability to connect with players come into play. If Gorton and St. Louis can sell Panarin on the unique culture of Montreal, the passion of the city, and the exciting future of this young team, something Kovalev knows all too well, they might just convince him to stay long-term. It's a gamble, but the potential reward is immense. So, what would it cost to pry Panarin away from New York? The price will undoubtedly be steep, but Montreal has the currency. The article lists our assets: depth on defense, high draft picks, and a very deep prospect pool. We have the pieces to make a compelling offer. Speculative packages can include top prospects like Michael Hage or even Alexander Zurovsky, a Russian prospect who might appeal to Panarin. With our incredible depth on defense, Gull, Hudson, Reinbacher, Mayu, we could afford to move a young defenseman or even a veteran like David Savard to bolster the Rangers' blue line. And a 2026 first-round pick would almost certainly be a mandatory inclusion. The ultimate question remains: is it worth spending these valuable assets on a 34-year-old player who might only be a rental for a few months? This is a calculated risk that Kent Hughes is known for. He's proven he's not afraid to make bold moves, as evidenced by the Lane trade. Acquiring Artemi Panarin would be his biggest gamble yet. If it works, the Canadiens gain a Hall of Fame talent who can accelerate the development of our entire young core and propel us into the playoffs this year. If it fails, or if Panarin walks in summer, the cost and future assets could be felt for years. But with the pressure mounting to make a move and the patience of the fan base wearing thin, the temptation to reunite Gorton and Panarin might just be irresistible. This isn't just a trade, it's a statement. It's a declaration that the Canadiens are ready to compete, ready to win, and ready to bring a superstar to Montreal. What do you think, Habs Nation? Is Panarin the game changer we need? Even with the risks involved? Would you be willing to pay the price? Let us know your thoughts and comments below. Hit that like button if you're dreaming of Panarin in a Habs jersey, and make sure you're subscribed for all the breaking news and analysis. Go Habs go!